Coinciding with the 40th anniversary of the Kiss solo albums, Ace Frehley released a new album, Spaceman. Ace initially wanted to call it 40 Years Later, but changed it when Gene Simmons suggested Spaceman. The suggestion happened at one of Gene's Vault events that Ace actively participated in. Previous to these engagements, Ace had asked Gene to collaborate on songs for his new album, with the pair writing 2 songs together. Interestingly, it's the first time the two have written together. They never did so while in Kiss. Ace produced the album himself, with Alex Salzman serving as co-producer. Ace provides lead vocals, all guitars, and most of the bass. The drums are split between Ace's 3 regulars at this point: Anton Fig, Scott Coogan, and Matt Starr. The album was released on October 19th, 2018. The album cover is fine. It's Ace in a silver jumpsuit, which is kind of a callback to Hotter Than Hell, so I think that's kind of cool. He's holding Black Beauty, which just sort of reminds me that he was working on a deal to make that a signature series with Gibson, but I think that fell through, which is kind of a bummer. Before we get started, be sure to like and subscribe, and you can support the channel on Patreon. Written by Ace and Gene, this features Gene on bass and Coogan on drums. The thing that's most interesting to me about this song is that Gene finally got to use Rain Keeps Falling. If you don't know, that's a demo he recorded in like the early 90s that's circulated for a while, and I'm sure it's on the vault. Gene loves to recycle, and as soon as I heard the bass line, I was like, oh my god, it's Rain Keeps Falling. He finally got to use it. The lyrics have been rewritten, and the chorus is a little different. I assume those were Ace's contributions to the song. The Rain Keeps Falling bass line is very cool, always liked that. It doesn't sound great, which I would say about the entire album. I don't know, it just sounds kind of small to me. I think the pre-chorus is solid, but the chorus itself is kind of blah. I think this would have been a little better had they just done Rain Keeps Falling. And the solo is just okay. Written by Ace, this features Starr on drums. Ace actually wrote this song back in the 70s, but didn't really like the verses or the bridge. So when he was working on material for this album, he brought the chorus back, but rewrote everything else. And I do think it's a really catchy chorus and solid bridge. Good stuff. I like the riff too, and the song has a decent groove to it. The solo is okay. Written by Ace and Gene, this features Coogan on drums and Salzman on bass. I can definitely tell this came from Gene, the chorus especially. It's very him, in that it's kind of generic and weak. It's one of those sort of catchphrases that he likes to say but turned into a song. The verses are kind of fun, and I like the acoustic guitar, but the chorus just kills it for me. Written by Ace and Ronnie Mancuso, this features Coogan on drums and Mancuso on additional guitar. Mancuso brought this song to Ace as sort of an anti-drug song, but Ace didn't like that, so he rewrote the lyrics. Riff is fun, and the chorus is pretty catchy. I dig the lyrics as well, harkens back to Hard Times. This feels classic Ace to me. The solo is just okay though, in my opinion. I'm generally disappointed with the lead playing on this album. Written by Ace, this features Fig on drums. This dates back to Psycho Circus, a song Ace submitted but was rejected from that album. Ace claims in his book that he thinks Paul Stanley ripped it off to write I Pledge Allegiance to the State of Rock and Roll. I don't really see too many similarities, but I think Paul's song is better anyway. This has a cool riff and the verses are okay, but the chorus doesn't land at all for me. While it would have been nice to have more Ace on Psycho Circus, I don't think this would have improved the album, unlike Sister. Though it is important to note that I don't know if Ace rewrote any of this, or potentially all of it. I just happen to remember that anecdote from his book. Written by Danny Chansey, Monty Byram, and Ira Walker, this features Starr on drums and Salzman on bass. It's a cover song, the original being done by Billy Satellite, but the more famous version was by Eddie Money in 1986, which is the one Ace was looking at. He was watching videos on YouTube and happened to come across Money's music video for this, and the song resonated with him. And I can understand why. These are great lyrics, very self-reflective. Obviously, I'm quite a bit younger than Ace, but I can still relate to that feeling of nostalgia and wishing time could go backwards. The chorus is also very catchy, and Ace's leads are solid. by Ace, Tom Koonsman, Kate DiBenedetto, and Ken Gulick, this features Coogan on drums and Mancuso on additional guitar. I really like this one. It's a cool riff and just a very punchy and fun song with a fun chorus and a solid solo. Written by Ace, this features Fig on drums. The song doesn't do anything for me. It just plods along and is kind of just there. Maybe if it was faster or had a punchier riff, but as it is, this is my least favorite song on the album. Written by Ace, this features Starr on drums and Warren Huart on a guitar. It was the last song done for the album, with Ace and Huart putting it together when they realized they needed an instrumental for the album. I really like the acoustic guitar and the leads are solid. There's great playing on this track, the best of the album. It's very dynamic and cool. I like this one a lot. Spaceman peaked at number 49 on the Billboard charts with only 1 week spent there, a step down from Space Invader and Origins. For me, the album is a mixed bag. I like it a lot more than Space Invader, but it's not as strong as Anomaly. The highlights for me are Bronx Boy, Rockin' with the Boys, I Wanna Go Back, and Mission to Mars. The most disappointing ones are the songs written with Gene. I was very excited for that collab and very let down. Other than Off My Back, I think those are the weakest songs on this album. And like I said, I also wasn't thrilled with many of the solos, which is another disappointing element here, as Ace is one of my favorite guitar players. But the album overall is solid. Not perfect, but enjoyable. And I'll take it over nothing. But that's just how I feel. What do you think of this album? Be sure to let me know in the comments, and thank you for watching.